Okay, hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. This is Let's Chat. It's Wednesday, midweek. I hope you're having a good week or a manageable week at least. I'm having a good day. Today I feel restored. I got some sleep. I feel energized. Yesterday I was so tired. I don't know if you could tell in the Q&A, but I was able to get really good rest. I just sort of pushed back everything and I needed me time. I desperately needed some me time. Didn't want to be in anyone's energy, just wanted to be in my own energy, and I was able to do that. Okay, and restore myself for today. Sometimes you have to do that, you have to take a break, especially if you do this kind of work. You have to be in your own skin, your own mind, your own thoughts, fully, completely. Okay, but today I feel much better. So today I want to talk about faith and explore that, pull some cards, talk about my faith and where I am with that. Okay, and ask where you are with your faith. Because I think it's an important topic, especially, I think we can always have faith, but I think it's most important when we are facing difficult circumstances, hard times. Okay. Everything I say here is for entertainment and informational purposes only. Okay. What else? Oh yes, if you want a personal reading, you can check in the description box of this video. The link will be there. Or you can email me at moonlightergy15@gmail.com and I will send you the link. Okay. I'm adding more readings. I have added a new reading past the loved one reading. I'm quite enjoying doing that. If you want a reading from past loved one, you can go to my commissions page and you can request. Okay, or once you ask for the link if you have no idea what I'm talking about. Okay. All right, so I think that's it. Let's get into it. Okay, so I want to read something to you guys that I really quickly wrote down. I was thinking about faith, and sometimes I'll think profound things or I'll say things that sound very profound and I'll forget what I said. It's just how my brain works. I'll be like, what was that I said? That's why sometimes I feel like my guides speak through me. But I wrote this: having faith is paramount. Faith helps with the consequences of doubt. Faith guides us. It lifts us up. Faith requires trust in the unseen, the unproven even, but it uplifts us. Faith requires full commitment. Okay? Faith requires full commitment. Faith is an everyday commitment. We are human, so yes, sometimes our faith is tested. I think especially nowadays with what is going on, it's hard not to, it can be difficult for some not to waver, because some people live in the, if I don't see it, I don't believe it. But belief is different from faith. They're not the same. Okay, and belief for me is I don't know, especially in doing this work, belief is not required. I don't have a, I don't have, what am I trying to say? Like, it doesn't, if you don't believe this work or these gifts or, whatever, it doesn't, it's not a requirement of mine. That's something that's your problem, or not even a problem. It's just your state of being. You know what I mean? But faith, let's look at the difference between faith and belief. Let's see here. Bear with me. Belief is a state or habit of mind in which trust or confidence is placed in some person or thing, often based on evidence, reason, or personal experience. Can be tentative or dependent on available evidence. Believing that the earth is round, based on scientific evidence, although there are some flat earthers out there. Faith, firm belief in something for which there is no proof, often involves trust and confidence, even in the absence of proof or evidence. Can be a strong conviction, even when faced with doubt. Having faith in a friend's honesty, even if they haven't always proven it. Okay? So that's faith versus belief. Now, do I believe one can exist without the other? Not necessarily. I think you need some sort of foundational belief when it comes to faith. Okay? So why am I talking about this? What made me think about this? I've been thinking about it for a couple of weeks now. And I've been thinking about all of this that has happened personally to me with integrating fully into this world, this, these gifts. And the past few days, rather, I have started listening even closer to my intuition and my guidance. And it's sort of like, not that there's been doubt. Doubt isn't the correct word I'm looking for, but it's been sort of like trust. Trust in this process, but confidence. That's the word. Confidence has been, but my confidence is sometimes very high, and my confidence is sometimes not high. Imposter syndrome has been a thing, but as I grow older, not so much. I care less. But confidence in this, because I'm still learning, I'm still confidence and being comfortable. I'm still learning. I have so much that I want to learn about, and trying to make the time and the space for that hasn't always been easy, but confidence in doing this and hearing these messages and listening, not being hard-headed, it has increased my faith, being able to do those things now. Like, really, I can't explain it, but it's like when you listen to music without headphones and you hear the beat and you're going, you hear the words, But when you put in headphones, you could hear good headphones. Not only can you hear the beat, but you can hear the beats underneath the beat. You could maybe hear lyrics, or you could hear melodies in the song that you didn't hear before because you weren't listening with really good headphones. And so now, it's like fine-tuning something, and it's the past, I want to say, week or so, more than the past week or so, but this past week, 2 weeks in particular, I have put on these headphones, these really good, expensive spiritual headphones, and I felt it happening though, shifting weeks ago, in the last month, March. And so now here I am in April, and I'm looking at this, and I'm hearing these things, and I'm listening closely, and my reading is getting better in terms of the cards, the tools that I use, and my confidence has increased. And I just remembered when I said, like, I've expanded. I've been pushed through the wormhole and the 2.0, or the 3.0 rather. But this past week or so, I've noticed even more increase in my intuition and understanding the messages more clearly and getting the messages more firmly of even my personal life and things that I ask. And the knowing feels like gold or solidified completely. And I had always had faith, but my confidence wasn't always where it is now, you know. So with faith, I always have faith that I would get to this point, and the journey there has been not the easiest because it's not supposed to be, but with my confidence rising, my faith increases more with the things that I'm being shown. And then this knowing, when my guides talk to me, when I ask them things and they tell me things, and I don't know if it's because now I'm ready to hear, or I'm ready to interpret without the struggle. There was some struggles back in the day when I first started integrating. It just feels like things are much more smoother. And I wonder if, those of you who are on your own spiritual journey, or just life in general, if you are starting to see things becoming a little bit more clearer or smoother for you. Let me know down in the comments if you have noticed that. And it goes back to the last video when I talk about change and shifts and what you've been seeing. But faith is belief. Faith is trust and confidence that things will turn out okay, or whatever my guides tell me. Yes, you can do this, or yes, this is the right direction, or yes, this is when it will happen. This will happen. This is how it will happen, and it has happened. And what I'm beginning to understand is like having faith in it. Not stepping away from the truth that you have faith in. It is not an easy thing to do. The faith in, having faith in something that seems impossible, that seems impossible. But the impossible things have happened, How can faith help you emotionally? How can it help you mentally? faith, understanding the difference between being in denial and having faith. Refusing to accept something and having faith. They're not there. That faith, having faith in something that seems impossible, doesn't mean that you're in denial about something, or that you won't accept things. You could have both. Just like this example they gave about a friend who has yet to show a change in behavior, but yet you have faith that they will. Because it uplifts you in some way when you have faith. And and then it, like, when you have faith in something and that seems impossible because you don't see evidence of it or what have you, and then something happens, you view it as a miracle. Miracles are things that happen, things that occur that are shocking or surprising, things that someone suddenly coming back from the brink of death, or a mother lifting a car off her child, a red state turning blue, those sort of things people view as miracles. But it's like, you could believe in one thing, that's fine. But when you discard faith in something and another thing, or when you discard faith, it just doesn't, I think it doesn't serve you when you don't have faith or hope, Am I just talking? Am I rambling? Okay. So what are some things I do have faith in? Things I have faith in. I wrote some things down. And first thing I wrote is, we are better off than we think. Man, sometimes I'm like, sometimes my lower physical self, I'll just be like, man, this is crazy. I wasn't not a cynical person, not at all. But I would say things like, man, the world is terrible. And then, yeah, the world can be terrible. It can be terrible. But when you pull back and you see the other side of the world, the other part of, like, humanity, we're not all, we are better off than we think. I think it's just a lot of work we have to get through to get to that point. But we are better off than we think. That's one thing I kind of am beginning to understand. Okay? And we have to stand in our truth. We have to. And for me right now, I'm speaking in the context of the work. What I've been told, what I've been shown, I can't discard it. So, prime example is, they still tell me, my guides are so surefire about Kamala Harris. And I'm of the faith that this will happen. I remember, and even today I was thinking about everything from the prediction I made in September of last year. Everything I've been shown, all the things that I've seen, the evidence, people's astrologers saying she's going to lose, but then somehow she's going to come back. I can't discard that. And I was told by my guides, don't stray from your truth. Now, I know how to be realistic. I understand how life works. I accept the circumstances, but I still have faith that she somehow will walk right in. I have been told that. Still today, even today, they tell me yes. And so that's an example of having faith. How will that happen? I don't know. I have confidence in it, but I can't stray from it. Not because I'm in denial. I'm in a space of where I truly kind of don't care what happens. Because I know whatever happens will be good. Does that make sense? I know what I would like to see what happen. I know what I've been told what will happen, but I'm in a space of I don't care what happens as long as we're okay. And I know that we will be okay. You know what I mean? And then when I say I don't care what happens, I don't mean all the terrible things that are occurring or attempting to occur or have occurred. That's not what I mean. I mean, bless you, Scooter. See, he agrees. I mean, with this process, these visions and this outcome that I keep being told about, I can't stray from that. I was told weeks and weeks and weeks ago, do not stray from your truth. Don't stray from this. Remember this. So I could hold space for the circumstances we have now and having faith that it could change, that it will change. So when people comment, or say, so-and-so said this, or so-and-so said that, or I believe, that's fine. Because we all are told things, different things, and they could all be true. Bless you, Scooter. They could all be true. We could all be being shown different moments in a part of this journey. Okay, so, but holding that faith is important. Not necessarily with this circumstances. I just mean in general. That things can get better, is my point. We have to stand in the light despite the darkness. That's hard to do for some people. I get that. What does the light mean? What does that mean? It means different things to different people. Stepping out of confusion or being okay with being confused, being okay with uncertainty. That's probably the hardest thing for society, for our society, I think. Because we want the answers, we want things now. That's what we're used to. Being okay, having faith that you can get through a hardship. That you can get off the ground. I feel that in a general sense, a lot of people nowadays just enjoy being negative. They, I don't know. People say, oh, well, it's a realist approach, but it's in everything. Even the simplest things people want to be negative about. And I encourage people to try to reframe and shift reframe your perspective or reaction to things, because it does shake your faith. And so I am not someone who immediately, I could look at something terrible and be like, that's awful. But I don't immediately go through, I don't go to like doom. We're going to suffer. It's not my style at all, because I believe you could hold the space for being realistic and also hold the space to reframe and reshape a perspective, or everyone's sneezing. Have a response versus a reaction to something. Sometimes our fear shakes our faith and we go all the way to the other side of something and we lock in on like, this is how it is. We are in the depths of despair and we are going to suffer, and it's just not helpful. You could say things are bad right now. Things are things are shaky. Though we could get through it, or we could get to another spot. Anyway, let me get off my soapbox about that. Okay, so let's pull. I pulled a Christ consciousness card. What time is it? Okay, I pulled a Christ consciousness card. I was thinking about, I always think about Jesus. I mean, like, he's just so, I always think about him. And I think about, what made me think about him? Somebody was talking about Jesus. I can't remember. Or I was reading something. I can't remember, but just like, I'm not speaking of Jesus in a religious sense. I'm talking about the person, the individual. Okay, so this is not attached to any religion. This is a spiritual, the Messiah, and the individual. Okay, and he walked around and he just wanted people to he encouraged people and told people to have faith. And how important it is to have faith. He spread the word and was just like, have faith in me, have faith in my Father, and he was so, when I read quotes, he was just like so steadfast in it, unshakable, and even then human, because he sort of questioned his faith at the end of his life when he asked his father, why have you forsaken me, but he also had faith in humanity. They will do better. I will take their sin, like, whoa. That is an example of it, so anyway, I pulled a card, and as I was shuffling, I said, this is a message for you guys, the collective, and and me also, I'm part of that. And I said, can you give me a card that represents the topic, the theme of faith? Okay. And I pulled, hold on, let me get my glasses. I forgot to grab my lights. Oh no, I didn't. Perfect. Let me wipe them real quick. The card that was pulled is Night's Vigil. Prepare and get ready. That's what the card looks like. Okay, I will read. Let's read the card description. So it said, in the days of old, before being knighted, a squire, typically a nobleman, would spend time preparing himself in vigil. This would be an enforced period of no sleep. Vigil comes from the Latin word vigilia, meaning wakefulness. He would cleanse his body, focus on prayer and his connections to God, and reflect on the moral and ethical code. He would swear allegiance to vigils. Through the ages have also taken place. Vigils through the ages have also taken place before key events, religious ceremonies, and battles. At 𝐂𝐡𝐚𝐭, Jesus spent time in prayer, alert to what was to come, knowing his battle would be physical, emotional, and spiritual. The crucifixion ahead would test him to his limit, and he required time to gather his strength to be ready to face it, knowing it would also be his greatest triumph despite its challenge. When the disciples with him fell asleep, he rebuked them, knowing how vital that it was, knowing how vital it was to prepare for the coming hours. Indeed, Jesus elsewhere readies them for their future respective missions, knowing he will not be physically around. This is a key component to this card's message, to create time and space to prepare and align to God for the next stage to come. This doesn't mean it is a time of foreboding, simply that you are asked to give your best, be present, and be aware of your conduct and the impact you can make. Living by code that is resonant in your beliefs is highlighted right now. To stand for something, to align to a belief, to aspire to live your life by higher ideals that you set, and also to hold yourself accountable. Many of the qualities that knights of old held dear: nobility, grace, loyalty, courage, honor, integrity, humility, humbleness, and faithfulness are ones that our world surely needs modeled again. You are invited to hold them dear to your heart, inspiring others who may have forgotten that they are even important. You can do so even if the same respect is not shown to you. In a world where many are selfish, vain, and egocentric, living by the selfless, heart-centered code is empowering and divinely supported. You're also encouraged to stand firm and be true to who you are, sovereign and free, not swayed by changing trends and fashions. You may be misunderstood and feel alone, yet draw to your hand of like-minded brothers and sisters, such as King Arthur did with his 12 knights of the Round Table, and Christ did with his 12 disciples. Belonging to something, sharing a common belief, and remaining steadfast to a vision is important. New friendships and alliances may soon arrive, as well as a parting of the ways with those not willing to walk with you any further. Change is here, and focus, determination, and a willingness to serve are highlighted. You'll be guided by God and your higher self, and a willingness to serve. Higher self, and it's often said that the student is ready, the teacher appears, and this is such a time, learning new skills and expanding your knowledge. Let go of any parts of you that feels incapable, unworthy, or not up to the task. Everyone has flaws, yet the path of the knight is toward self-development, knowing from failure that strength and wisdom come, just as much as via just as much as via victory and fortitude. Sink into the quiet vigil, meditation, and prayer, and gather your thoughts, collecting back scattered parts of yourself and becoming whole and centered. Your life and how you conduct it matters, and you are deeply appreciated and loved. Be at peace with all that is to come. You will conquer all that is ahead. Okay, I like that. Okay. I like that. Stand firm in your beliefs. You'll live your life right, essentially. Be authentic, be true. Meditate and live in, meditate and pray and think about how you want to expand yourself. How you want to expand your knowledge, your wisdom. What do you want to stand vigil for? What do you believe in and have faith in? And what's important? Very nice. I pulled a card from the Rumi deck, Oracle deck, asking the same question. And I pulled Merciful Mother Jamal. Okay, number 44. I'm going to read the card description. Okay. O sudden resurrection, O countless blessings, O blazing fire in the jungle of thoughts. Today you arrived with laughter to break upon the jail. Rumi. Okay, so it says, you, blazing angel, capable of so much. This is a continuance of his poem. Okay. You, blazing angel, capable of so much. You evoke the testing hand of life. Why not when you cannot fail? Yet, in your sweet surrender, how can the great beloved not respond in kind and offer you solace, comfort, and mercy? For not all success must be hard won. Can you imagine that? The sweet face of the all-powerful, it shines upon you as the love emanating from the Holy Mother's eyes, the golden radiance of her body, and the gentleness of her touch. This is your birthright now, your divine inheritance, the mercy of the all-merciful. Let it soften the hard edges of your life and your being, and bring to you the grace that is deserved. Okay. This oracle brings you a message. There is a shift taking place now and a matter of great importance to you. From Jalal to Jamal, from justice to mercy. This is your path, your destiny, and your blessing, now opening up before you. It may be a particular matter, however. It likely includes your entire life orientation. You are being granted refuge, respite, and shelter from the storms of struggle and doubt, and being given a divine sanctuary of safe harbor. You shall find that the unraveling of the struggle and pain now happens through tenderness, a gentle approach. You are also being asked to take stock of your own thoughts and attitudes. Having to be tough and play hardball in the past has served this purpose. Yet this oracle comes to you with guidance to become softer in your way and your attitude. Can you gently but firmly place to one side the judge within, the one who keeps score and demands retribution, an eye for an eye, the exponent of absolute justice? Can you invite instead the one who gentles the aggressive lord within and allows him to bow before the great lady who loves, is wise, and who studies the workings of the world with the softest of touches? Don't fear that if you suddenly give yourself a break, all your discipline, hardness, toughness, and suffering will go to waste. No, all things provide learning and serve divine purpose. But now there is no reason to continue in that way. It is time to learn another way. You are strong enough now to become gentle. I like that. I like that. I love that, actually. If there's a foe or fight in your life, ask for the Mother of Mercy to bless it to resolution. If you have also drawn the hand of Fatima, you are being told that this resolution is already on its way. You are being told now that you can stand your ground and remain in your strength without having to become aggressive or hard. You have more power than you realize, and it is your being. It is in your being. It is not in your ability to control others or manipulate situations, for such actions are unworthy of a being of your magnitude and are unnecessary for your success. You're also being given the message that your prayers are powerful. Although action in the world is a part of your soul purpose and plan, when you pray, this is literally from playing off the first card I just pulled. When you pray, have conviction that your prayers are real, are heard, and are responded to by the great universal heart. So pray carefully and thoughtfully. Be present and speak as if you are speaking to your dearest, oldest, and most influential and powerful friend, because of course that is exactly what you are doing. Pray from the heart and trust in the power of your prayers. There is no limit to what you can pray about. Nothing too unspiritual or unworthy. Nothing. So pray. This oracle brings you the message that the great power of compassion is reaching for you, that it wants to help you, but is waiting for you to ask. So ask, and then you shall receive. Sacred honoring ritual. With your hand in your heart, say, I call upon Jamal, Mother of Mercy, upon Rumi, who loves me unconditionally, and ask for your grace, intervention, and blessings now. In all matters of my life, I accept the help of the great universal compassion seeking to bestow itself upon me now. Thank you. If there is a particular issue in which you are struggling, you may also like to speak of that specifically for a few moments in your prayer. When you are ready, rest with both hands on your heart for as long as it feels good. You have completed your sacred honoring ritual. Okay. Pray. It's something I always That's something my grandfather always says. Pray. That was one of the things when he was sick in 2020 and the pandemic was, happening. He said, pray. And that is what my guides have been saying since the longest, to pray. And you will receive. Prayer works. Okay. Wow, it's 4 o'clock already, huh? Days go by so quickly. Okay, the next card that I pulled for you guys is from a new deck of mine. It's from a new deck of mine, Secrets of the Ancestors Oracle, by Abiola Abrams. Okay, this is not a paid promotion. And who better than to give us lessons? And the card that I pulled asked the same question, and the card that I received was the Judge, Poetic Justice. This is what the card looks like. Okay, let's read the description. Okay. It says, and the number is 11. Perfect. It says, if there is an important decision to be made, weigh all sides carefully. Things are working out in your favor, but you must be decisive and move forward. You are in control of your own destiny. Take responsibility for the energy you bring, who you are, and how you live your one wild and magical life. Stop making excuses. No one else is coming to clean things up. Nobody else is going to save you. Repeat. If it's going to be, it's up to me. Here comes the Judge. The ancestor is a truth teller. Integrity matters. Ancestral memory. The Judge comes forward as 𝐂𝐴𝐚𝐿, God of the moon cycle, judgment, healing, harvest, and retribution, for the Agni people of Guinea. Ancestral medicine. Some of your ancestors had to be wishy-washy to survive. Clarity is required. Shadow. Okay, we're not reading the shadow aspect. Okay. And the tarot correspondence for this card is Justice. I like this deck because it aligns with the tarot deck, the cards here. So this represents justice, bringing back balance, living with integrity, taking responsibility, being in control of your own life. Okay? Strong messages, strong message. Very strong message. Let me pull a tarot card. Okay, let's see. Message for the collective on faith. Let's see. Message for the collective on faith. Eight of Pentacles. Ah, look, expansion. That's really cool. Because that is the message here. We started with faith, and Eight of Pentacles came out. And these cards really talk a lot about expansion. The Eight of Pentacles is here. And the Eight of Pentacles is a card of discipline, it's a card of expansion, it's mastering something, a skill or something you are already involved in. Okay, sometimes it could be like taking a course, building some sort of routine. This really also relates to me. You know, developing discipline is something, but it's about hard work. Okay. These cards is about expanding in some way. And the Eight of Pentacles came out to affirm that. And I really love that. That's really cool. The Eight of Pentacles is, you know, if you want to become a master in something, it comes with hard work, discipline. Whether it's your spiritual journey, whether it's how you respond to life in general, going after your goals, increasing your knowledge in something you already know, you know. That's really what these cards, these messages are emphasizing and stressing. And I think in terms of trying to relate it back to faith, is really like, I think about a determination and drive, or how we go after things, or how we view circumstances. And then already having faith of like, it'll turn out okay. That sets the foundation for how you move forward. How you communicate messages, or how you look at things, how you move through life. It's telling me to pull one more. Very cool. Give me one more, please. Oh, the sun is on the bottom there. Ace of Pentacles. Man. And Judgment is there. So interesting. But yeah, interesting. Ace of Pentacles is new opportunities, new expansion, new opportunities to expand. Okay. It feels like a new energy of being grounded, or a new energy of security, you know, a shift in reliability. Okay. Stability, you know, all of those things. This grounded sort of in the present moment energy with the Ace of Pentacles. And that, I think, is where we absolutely need to be right now. Considering the circumstances of where we are in April, or moving into. Okay, I keep saying that there are things happening, and it'll seem subtle or big, but it's all, you pay attention. Okay, and I'm gonna pull one final card. This is the Soul Truth Affirmation cards, and it asks a question, you know, for you to think about. You know, when I think of Ace of Pentacles, I think of like golden opportunities for change. Okay, shuffle 2 more times. Okay, it says, to whom am I comparing myself to now? To whom am I comparing myself right now, rather? Okay, good question. Let's see what the card is asking. Would be great if I could see it, but I can't. What you are able to see in another is only visible because it is within you, ready to be brought out. Shine to be brought out. Shine light on this feeling of not enough and see the truth. All that you need and want is within you. Today's soul action. Today, stop comparing and start creating. Okay, so that message was for someone. Was it clearing? I hope it did. Okay, pull one more. Let's pull one more. This card, 2 more shuffles. Okay. They're saying these two. Pull 2. Pull both of them. Okay. Okay, so this question is asking, am I getting enough rest to restore my energy and fully show up to my life? Interesting. You are the asset. The body is your vehicle. Notice how your body is feeling, how much sleep you're getting, and what you can do to help your body rest. Today's soul action. Take a bath, put on some lavender essential oil, go to bed ridiculously early, or give yourself a timeout today. Notice your body thanking you. That's what I had to do yesterday. Today's mantra. The more I give myself permission to rest, the more I can contribute. Very true. And this last card, am I clear on what my soul really wants? These are deep questions. Am I clear on what my soul really wants? Okay. Take out the shoulds and the limitations. Get out of your head and pay attention to your heart's desires instead. If you knew it was impossible to fail, what would you do? Wherever you go, go with all your heart. Today's soul action. Ask yourself, what is it that your soul really wants? What does your heart crave? Take one step in that direction. Okay. All right. That's all I got for Let's Chat. I will see you guys on Friday for the story continues. I hope you got something out of this video. let me know. Um, Let me know how your faith is. Okay, what do you have faith in? What you don't have faith in? How do you restore your faith? When is your faith shaken? Okay, because that happens. We're human. It happens. All right, so enjoy the rest of your day. Okay, get some rest if you feel like you need it. And I will see you guys on Friday. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't. Okay? Bye bye.